So in this video I'm going to show you how to get the very best Old Town experiences if you're staying over here in Cala Gran. Now, as you know, Cala Gran is a purpose-built resort. It's full of really low-rise whitewashed buildings, but there is no Old Town here, there is no historical centre. But if you do want to get a traditional Mallorquin experience if you're over here in Cala Gran, well, I'm going to show you my top 5 Old Towns, which are very close to Cala Gran actually, and very easy to visit too if you want to see what the traditional side of Majorca does look like if you're over here on holiday. Now you can see I'm down here on the very lovely Cala Gran today. It is winter, it's very empty, it's very beautiful. But if you're down here and you want to get off the beach, well, let's head on in this direction and I'm going to take us to our very first Old Town and I'm going to show you what it's like. But keep watching into this video as well, because I'm going to take you to my absolute very favourite Old Town down here on the south of Majorca. It's a little bit further out of Cala Gran, but it's definitely worth the bus ride, so keep watching and find out where that is. So we're going to start by taking a look at the Old Town of S'Alqueria Blanca, which is about 15 minutes drive from the centre of Cala Gran. Now this is a lovely little old town which, well, it won't take you very long to look around at all, but I really do encourage you to come out and check it out as well if you want to get a taste of Old Town Majorca. Now the road that runs through S'Alqueria Blanca is, well, it's a major through road here from anyone coming over from Santanyí over towards Cala Gran, so it does get a little bit busy. But as you can see, as we head on to S'Alqueria Blanca, we approach this absolutely wonderful church. I can see across the road there's a bakery too. Also worth picking up an ensaimada or some morning treats if you're visiting early in the morning. And as you come to my left here of the main church, you come around the back here and you can see some lovely Old Town buildings. Some major renovations taking place too. But this is just to give you a very quick look at Old Town Majorca. And all around S'Alqueria Blanca here, look, we've got some other little bakeries too. What an absolutely gorgeous old town, and this is so close as well to Cala Gran and to Cala Agos. So I've just walked around the back of the church here and into the main square. And there's a lovely little cafe here, you can come and get something to eat. It does actually get quite busy over here in the summer as well, and that you often find a lot of people sitting out having some breakfast or having a bite to eat. I've also seen a little market here as well during the summer months too. But this is a fantastic traditional Old Town square. You can see they've got some lovely little sculptures here too. And there's also a bus stop if you're coming up through a Cala Gran as well. If you want to get the bus out here just to have a little wander around, it may be worth doing. They also have what looks like the rather lovely Sa Plaça restaurant here. It does open up in March. I suspect this is a great place to come and get some tapas. And if you're looking to visit the church as well, on my left hand side, of course it'd be worth visiting when they normally have their morning masses. Okay, so let's head out of S'Alqueria Blanca now and head on over to another old town which is very close to Cala Gran. So I've just come in from S'Alqueria Blanca to Calonge. Now I've arrived here on the market day, and well, the market is very small. I suspect it'll be much bigger during the summer months. And I'm here on a Thursday. I've got like a plant stall, there's a fruit and veg stall and a clothes stall too. Now there is parking around the main square here, so if you're lucky during the summer months you'll be able to park around the main square or maybe down one of the side streets. But let's go and have a quick look at Calonge and see what this old town is like. So as we come into Calonge, you can see we're right in front of another lovely church. Let's go and have a little look around the front and see what's here. But if you're wanting to see inside this very impressive church, there's a mass timetable here when you can come along to visit. It's open at 7 p.m. on the Saturday and 10:30 on the Sunday. And they also have a timetable for during the week too. So just coming around the side of the church, I can already see we've got some little cafes around the corner. So we can see some businesses here which are closed for the holidays. But all the way down here, I think we're going to find some little shops, some bars, some restaurants to really get that old town feel over here. Of course, you've got a little old town bakery too, old traditional bakery. You can pop in, get your ensaimadas, and maybe a croissant, or just come along and chill out in one of the cafes that surround the square here in the sun. So right in the centre of Calonge, there's a really small hotel here, appropriately named the Petite Hotel San Miguel. And right opposite, you'll find as well the Now Pizza Restaurante. It's closed today. However, just to give you an idea, it's very, very cheap here. A pizza here is just €8.40, absolute bargain. But if you're looking for other places to eat, I can see as well a few other options just up the road. So we've come into the lovely little old town of Shorter, and once again, lying in the middle of this old town, we've got this beautiful church here. Let's go and have a little look around the centre and see what's here. So the main church here is made up of this lovely kind of reddy sandstone. They're going to have a whole service of masses here throughout the week, just like we've seen at the other churches. But one thing I've noticed about Shorter is that there are some, what looks like some very nice restaurants that will of course be open during the summer season. I can see Es Babot to my left hand side here, which lies on a little town square too. To my right as well, there's another lovely little cafe too that does some good value meals, and one right across the road too. So we've got some lovely old town architecture here right in front of the restaurant Es Babot. And I can see another restaurant across the way here too. So if you want a really good local experience here, I really recommend checking out the TripAdvisor reviews. I can imagine this place here is going to be really buzzing during the hot summer months. You can almost imagine the kids playing out here in this square too, and I reckon too that you're going to get some amazing local food if you want to give this a try. So while there isn't so much to see over here in these little old towns of S'Alqueria Blanca, Shorter and Calonge, this may just give you the traditional Mallorquin experience that you're looking for if you're on holiday, and just to take you out of the resort too. Okay, so from Shorter, let's head on to our next old town on our tour today. So our next stop today is the beautiful harbour town of Portocolom. And you can see what an absolutely peaceful, gorgeous day it is here today. Now, I will be coming back to make a full guide to Portocolom when the season starts. If you'd like to see that video, please consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll give you a full guide to the hotels, restaurants, and what there is to see and do in this area. But for now, let's go and check out the old town. Now we're just right on the outskirts of Portocolom here. You can see there's a cycleway. You can actually cycle from Cala Gran over to Portocolom. And the old town lies down further along this cycle path and right behind the harbour. So a little bit like Porto Pedro, which is just right next to Cala Agos, Portocolom is a working harbour. It's got a lovely marina down here as well, where yachts will come in more over the summer too. Now Portocolom is just a joy to walk around. You've got this lovely harbour waterfront here, but way off in the distance you can see we've got an old town, so let's head over there and go and check it out. So right in the centre of Portocolom Old Town, I can see we have a church right in front of us here. Now, right in front of a church always suggests that there's going to be a square, and there is. We are in the Plaza Sant Jaume, And I can see to my right hand side there is a restaurant open too. Now you can really imagine what it's going to be like here during the summer months. It's going to be a hive of activity with families sitting out, especially on the evening as well. I can see some picnic benches over to my right hand side. And we're going to have some other restaurants over here open too. I will try and get down here in the summer months too, but this is just another wonderful town that you can come and wander over to if you're staying in Cala Gran. So the one thing that you really do get over here in Casco Antiguo, in the old town in Portocolom, is not only a very old traditional Mallorquin town, but also a town right on the edge of the waterside here. And you can see where we've come from. We've come from the marina right across the way. And this old town, of course, offers some wonderful sea views too. We're also right on the edge of a jetty here. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to get some boat trips over here to the Portocolom marina. But like I said, I'll be back down here in the summer. We're going to check out what it's like. And you can see all the way around Portocolom, you've got some wonderful old traditional architecture here of buildings that have been restored to their former glory, which makes this just another wonderful old town experience. So just coming off the square here from the church, you can see there's a really interesting mix of buildings here in Old Town Portocolom. There's a real mix of old and new too, as well as some interesting shops. So let's head on over to my favourite old town near Cala Gran, which is Santanyí. Now this market is absolutely fabulous, and I'm going to show you why in just a second, but if you are visiting Cala Gran, then I really recommend you make your way over here for the day. Also, if you're anywhere in the southwest as well, this market is fantastically connected by the TIB public buses too. So just remember, if you're over in Cala Gran, you just need to take the 515 bus and you can get here directly. Now I do recommend getting the bus over and above driving over here to Santanyí. It's extremely difficult to park here during the summer months, which is why I have waited until the end of the season to come over to this market to check it out. So of course, if you're visiting Santanyí on any other day that is not the market day, we're going to find all these wonderful shops over here. Obviously market day is going to be much busier down here, so especially during July and August it's going to be absolutely packed. But this lovely town is absolutely worth visiting at whatever time of the year. So I've just come back out onto the main square here, onto the Plaza Mayor, where a lot of people are staying down here to have some lunch. Now of course you're going to find the prices here on the menus to be a lot more expensive than you're going to find along the side streets and the restaurants along the side streets. Of course this is going to be the most atmospheric area, but don't forget too, in the summer months it's going to be very hot and very busy too. So right around the back of the church here, look, I can see some more lovely little restaurants which have been hidden away. Look, I can see everything is translated into German, English, and of course in Spanish too. But check this out, look, you've got signs of the history of Santanyí all around this historic market town. And how different this is from staying over in the very modern Cala Gran. So I'm back down here on the beach down here in Cala Gran. So I hope this video gives you a really good idea of some of the old town experiences that you can get if you're staying over here in Cala Gran. Now if you are on a cycling holiday, we can take some of the country roads here around to S'Alqueria Blanca and also over to Calonge and Majorca and also down to Portocolom. You can get a bus as well to S'Alqueria Blanca, and you can get the buses as well to the other old towns, especially over to Portocolom too. So definitely worth worth checking out. And of course you've got that wonderful Sant'Agni market which you can get to by bus too, and it's definitely worth a visit, and that really is my top Old Town to see if you really want the ultimate Old Town experience if you're here on holiday. Okay everyone, I'm going to have a full article on my website on MallorcaUnderTheSun.com. I'll drop a link to that when that is out for you to go and check out and find out more information about what you can find in these fabulous old towns too. Don't forget you can also find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Thanks very much for watching everyone, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.